All right, guys, holy crap. There's some new info for Last Epoch that the devs just released. Kind of a little bit of what's going to be going on with trade and item factions for Last Epoch when it releases. January 21st is when the full release is. We are going to react to it right now. So the cool thing about this is Last Epoch is another game I've played very little of during the beta that has been out. I haven't invested a lot more since then. I can't even really remember when I was playing the beta, but this game has been fun, and it's another one that's been on my radar for an action ARPG game. The devs are just talking about some of the trade and item factions for Last Epoch, and we are just going to react to what's going on with this.
Greetings, travelers. I'm Judd Kobler, founder of 11th Hour Games and game director for Last Epoch. Today, we will be discussing the highly anticipated item faction system coming to the full release of Last Epoch on February 21st. We're very excited to release this innovative new way for players to participate in the deep and rewarding item hunt that Last Epoch offers in the way that they like to play. By joining the Merchants Guild, you will be able to buy, sell, and trade items through the bustling bazaar. Or, if you choose to join the Circle of Fortune, you'll set your sights to the stars and be able to bolster your item acquisition through prophecies and increased item drop rates. This system is the result of...
Wait, so from what this sounds like, they're going to allow you to even have more target farming for certain items?
Many years of debating what the ideal trade system should look like in a loot-based action RPG, tons of collaboration with our amazing community, and many sleepless nights of game design meetings with our game design team. We found through extensive polling that players of action RPGs are split nearly down the middle when it comes to those who want their experience to heavily involve trade and an economy, and those who want to focus on finding items themselves or with close friends. We believe that through the item faction system, we will deliver a tailored and exciting path to hunt for top-tier items for both camps of players. In Last Epoch 1.0, you will join a faction once you reach the great mercantile city of Majelka. When you select to join the Merchants Guild or the Circle of Fortune, a new interface will become available that will let you access details about your current status with your faction, known as reputation.
Wait. Go back here. You can buy and sell normal magic and rare items in the bazaar or directly with other players. You can buy and sell set items into the bazaar or directly with other players. You can buy and sell unique items with no legendary potential in the bazaar or direct with other players. So are you like, this almost looks like you're going to be, you got favor. So are you working towards leveling that up and then it gives you higher tier items?
About your current status with your faction, known as reputation, how much favor you currently have, and what benefits your faction is currently providing you. Let's talk about these briefly.
Okay, please.
Reputation within a faction is a core part of how the faction is going to be benefiting you on your journey.
What's this? Enemies have 35% chance of dropping items, dropping twice as many items. Ooh, okay, I see what's going on here now. 45% chance for runes of ascendancy to be preserved when used as an item on that require at least Circle of Fortune rank. Whenever an idol drops, there is a 25% chance for 2 more to drop at the same time. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So it's going to be, you can either increase your trade reputation with players or in any of the normal vendors, or you work on this where you have a higher chance for better items.
As a representative of that faction, you will continue to increase your reputation by killing enemies and completing quests. For the Merchant Guild, this includes participating in the bazaar and completing trades at your current level. And for the Circle of Fortune, this means completing prophecies that will divine certain items after fulfilling the foretold conditions.
Ooh.
Through earning reputation, you will ascend ranks within your faction, earning you unique benefits and options. Once you have earned reputation within a faction, that reputation stays with your account in that game mode. This means if you rank up a cycle character, all of your other cycle characters will have that rank when they join the same faction and contribute to that faction's reputation gain. You may switch factions and earn and maintain reputation with them with no penalty to your earned reputation with the other. There are currently 10 ranks to achieve in each faction, with the later ranks requiring quite a bit of commitment in order to obtain. So, while you have the freedom to change your faction at any time, you will want to pick a faction and stick with it to reach the most powerful benefits that they have to offer. It is important to note that you can only be a member of one faction at any given time per character,
Makes
and
sense.
items earned with the benefits from those factions will require that you are aligned with them in order to use them. So most players will
okay, so this is one of the legendary bows, and you gotta, okay. I mean, I think that would be fair. It would kind of suck if you get this and then you have to be that rank, though.
to stick to a faction that rewards their preferred playstyle. Next, let's talk about favor. Favor is the currency you will earn while slaying enemies or completing quests for each of the factions. Favor is separate from reputation. This currency can be used to either complete trades with the Merchants Guild or acquire new prophecies from the Circle of Fortune. And if you find yourself with excess favor, you can always spin the wheel with the Faction Gambler.
Ooh, you can gamble.
Item gifting to party
Do some
members has been in
gambling?
the game for a while now, and it isn't going anywhere. However, it's important to note that once you have joined a faction, items will start being tagged with the faction you were part of when they dropped. This means that while questing, if you are a member of the Merchants Guild, and an item drops for you, that item will still be shareable with anyone who is in the party, like always, and be available to be sold, provided that you meet the rank requirements in the Merchants Guild Bazaar. Just be sure that the person you are trading it to also meets the same faction requirements. The last use case we wanted to solve for are friends who
Now-
choose to play together.
My question with that, though, is even if you don't meet the faction requirements, can you still get, like, can you still buy it and then you work your character or you work your reputation to that level?
And just want their own little trade group, which brings us to resonances, which are a new type of item that can be found when you are questing with your friends.
Used to gift an item and bypass normal gifting restrictions. Can be used with exalted or legendary items. Must be stored before use. Store by pressing the transfer materials. Resonated. Oh, so this is a way to... Okay, so this just answered my question before, pretty much. This is how they're going to do it.
Or party members. This item can be used to enable an item to be gifted specifically to the player that you have a resonance with, even if they weren't there when the item dropped. We know a lot of times players will play with their friends and then later you'll be soloing a piece of content and the perfect item drops for your buddy. Well, thanks to the new resonance system, you will be able to give them that perfect item the next time you see them.
This is awesome because me and my buddy duo this game a few times, and he'd be like, oh, hey, I got this, say that I was using a hammered paladin, and it was like, oh, I got the shield that does this. I can't even remember what it was, but it was very useful for my paladin. But I couldn't get it because I wasn't playing with him at the time. This new item, that's so helpful because then you're actually like can think like, oh, hey, I have a friend that's using this type of build, and I just got this unique item or this exalted set for, and he might want this.
As those of you who love loot-based action RPGs know, trade and economy is a very complex and divisive issue to solve for when catering to a large player base and different playstyles, while keeping the item acquisition hunt feeling great. We can't wait to get your feedback on the system that we've come up with alongside you, and we thank you for all of your continued input and passion
This is
for
awesome.
helping make Last Epoch the next great action RPG. There is so much more to explore with the item faction system, so check out the deeper dive we have on our forums, and we look forward to seeing you in Last Epoch February 21st.
You'll see me. Hi, Last Epoch. That's cool. That's awesome. I like that they're doing that. Hang on here. Yeah, I think that's a lot of positives there. With the resonance, especially the resonance. The resonance thing is a huge plus, like a huge W, because I find that all the time with me and my buddy is like, I either find an item for him or he finds an item for me, and he's like, hey, I thought about you. And then like when we were playing, we just couldn't give each other the items, which was a little unfortunate. I like how they're doing it separate, but you have options to bounce between the two. So it's not like Path of Exile where you either go solo self-found or you go into the trade league or softcore. But they're better than Diablo 4 right now, where Diablo 4's trade is just complete garbage right now. No, I'm super excited for Last Epoch. How do you guys feel about this? Do you think this is like a pretty big W? I'm excited to play Last Epoch January 21st. Hope to see you guys there. I I will be streaming it, of course, at twitch.tv/timer. But yeah, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think? How do you feel about this? This is like, is Last Epoch gonna break through and be the difference maker for Path of Exile and Diablo 4, or like that nice little man, the middle man, where we have Diablo 4, which is for the super casuals, and then Path of Exile is for those hardcore gamers, and then Last Epoch is like, hey, you don't want to be casual, but you want to do some dabbling and get a taste. I think Last Epoch is going to be a good fit. So let me know down below. Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and for any more news about Last Epoch. And of course, we will see you in the next one.